Okay, good morning from Memory Bound. We're here today, and it's kind of a different day, and I think you're going to like it because we're going to recap my week. This is Kelly from Memory Bound. We're going to recap my week from last week when I was at Craft-Utopia. So I have projects to show, some catalogs, some new product that's coming, and Teresa's here, and we have two demos for everybody too.
Yeah.
So we got a lot going on this morning. We're glad you're here. And people are getting here, Teresa.
Okay.
So yesterday we gave a tour of the Disney area because that is our main focus right now here at Memory Bound. It's the happiest place on earth in a lot of ways. And it doesn't look very nice, but behind Teresa's head, those are all boxes of freight that have come in that we'll be telling you about soon. And then over here, let's buzz over here to the table or the counter, Teresa, and
Christmas. It's also Christmas in July,
I know, it's
Kelly.
Christmas in July, it's travel, and it's Disney. But we did get in the new Elizabeth Crafts December Romance collection, and that is all here. It's in stock, so we have everything you could possibly want from this collection, and I think you're going to love it. I want to highlight the stamp set here. I'm having a little trouble talking. I want to highlight this because it's the Christmas phrases and it's a stamp and it's one big stamp. But look on the back, you get one big die. So you stamp it once, you cut it once, and you have, I don't know how many phrases, but a lot.
It doesn't
Maybe 20 some, I don't know. Teresa's going to count them for us. And then I'm going to show you, I made a project with, let's see, is it this one? No, it's this one. I've got projects to show you from this one, which is called December White, because it's got lots of snow, and I'm going to show you that today because I got to work with that. And a couple other things. I had classes with elves, so we're going to show you that. Michelle says she loves Christmas in July.
Oh, good. Well, there was 20 sentiments or just individual words.
Oh,
that
20.
You get.
Okay.
Yes, 20. So some are phrases and some are just words like Santa and Noel.
Awesome. And Teresa, Beth just checked in, and it's her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Beth. And Sharon says hello, and Letha and Chris is here. Chris is a local yokel, and Tina too. And we got Penny and Kathy and another Chris, and Charmel is here, and Jan. We got lots of people coming to see us this morning. So welcome to Memory Bound, everybody, and we're going to get right at it because we got a lot of good things to show you. And like I said, we got two demos to show you with some new product that came in.
Yeah.
And so, Teresa, I'm going to hand this over to you, and I'm going to tell everybody about last week. So you might have heard, or you might have missed me last week. I don't know if you missed me or not, but I was in Vegas last week. Wait. Okay, stop. I want to go back, because while I was gone last week, we had a visitor. Look at this cute card.
Very cute.
Effie was here from Omaha. She brought us this card, and you guys, she baked us fresh homemade bread. She brought 2 loaves of homemade bread. So thank you so much. I'm sorry I wasn't here and I missed out, but I think there's still a little bit of banana bread. I think Diane saved some in the freezer. But anyway, it says you are totally awesome. And I remember this from Simple Stories.
Yes, the fun is great.
So thank you, and thanks so much for driving over. I know it's a little bit of a distance, and we appreciate everybody, whether you're local or you come from far. If you come from eastern Iowa, you know, there's lots of big towns over there. Or if maybe you've never been to Memory Bound, we really appreciate all your business. Okay, so I'm going to put Effie's card aside. And so last week was Craft-Utopia, and it was a trade show, and it was in Vegas, and they were having a cool spell because the week before it was 120, and last week I think the highest day was 113. So it was warm, but luckily most everything was inside, and we didn't have to go out a lot. And when we did, I avoid the sun as much as I can, Teresa. I'm not really a sun worshiper.
No.
But what the week included, it was, I never asked, so I don't know how many other stores were there, maybe 100.
Wow.
And they had vendors, so we had, the first night we were there, I'm just going to rattle off, and if you have questions, let me know, because I'm going to show you new product, some of my class projects, some things coming, and tell you about my week. And hopefully not bore you too much. But the first night, Monday night, we got there, and we went to a Sizzix party, and they were doing a Christmas in July, which, you know, a lot of us do. And we had this bag sitting at our table, and they had food and everything. And then also at our place was this little box. Now mine came back via FedEx, packed in a box, so it's a little crunched. But isn't that just cute? Somebody made all of these
oh my gosh
boxes. There was well over 100 because there was probably 200 people there.
That looks like a lot of work to make that many.
It does. And I haven't opened it, so I'm going to open it right now. But you can see like the embossed sides.
Yep.
Like, look at that. Isn't that just cool? And the
stenciling,
top's got some little, I think it's got stenciling. And I don't even know what's inside, Teresa. And I think I'm going to have to get myself some scissors. So let me grab, I didn't prepare for that.
Everyone's saying they missed you, Kellie.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, thanks, everyone. I miss being here also. Oh, my gosh, it's filled. Oh, this is like a little box on top.
Oh,
so
cute.
it is filled with candy. So it's got little candies filled in it with it. Isn't that cute?
Oh, very cute. Oh, like Christmas candies.
Yeah, little Christmas candies. So anyhow, that was at our tables. And then all the vendors were so generous because there were a lot of vendors there. And they were all very generous. And so inside our bag from Sizzix, we got some sticky grid sheets.
Ooh.
And this is a new stamp set that's coming. So a lot of things I'm going to show you are brand new. Some are not new, like the foil sheets. We have had those. And then they also gave us some dies, some Tim Holtz dies.
Oh,
you recognize
nice.
Those, I bet, Teresa. We've got
I love
layered
a pine cone.
Yeah, isn't that cute? So we got all of that, and then we had this bingo. So we went around and we were talking to other people at the show, and we filled out a bingo card, and it was things like was born in December. Wouldn't that be fun to do?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to push that over there out of our way. Puts up more than one Christmas tree. So how many of you, let's just do it, shall we? Okay, if you were born in December, make a comment or do a thumbs up. If you put up more than one Christmas tree, and Teresa, how many Christmas trees do you put up?
1, 2, usually 3.
3? Let's see, 1, 2, 3 for me also.
Yeah.
Not last year, but most years we do put up
Kellie,
3.
Claudia says she was in Vegas at the same time, but she didn't have any Kellie sightings.
Oh my gosh, probably because I wasn't out much.
Yeah.
We were pretty much busy from morning till night because they had events each evening and things.
Yeah.
And decorates before Thanksgiving, that is a good question.
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't what?
Decorate before Thanksgiving.
Oh, you don't?
No, I have Thanksgiving decorations I put up.
Well, of course you
I
do.
wouldn't be
Probably
able to
a banner, right?
I know. You wouldn't be able to put up Thanksgiving decorations if you put up Christmas decorations that early. Oh, someone put up 5.
5, wow.
6.
They're
5,
fun to put
7.
up.
Oh
They're
my
fun
gosh,
to put up. They're
Gary.
not as fun to take down,
No.
is what I think. But isn't this
3
kind
to
of fun?
4.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
save this for later. But
I know.
and one of the questions was love snow. And for me, I love snow early and in December, but after Christmas, you don't really love snow anymore.
Yeah.
They've got, let's see, knows all the reindeer names. Puts up a stocking for their pet. Do you put up a stocking for your dog, Teresa?
Yes, of course
we
I
always,
do.
when we had our dog Casey, she always had a stocking. And then, who owns an ugly Christmas sweater?
I do that. I would do well on this one.
I have one which I bought I don't know, maybe 20, more than, I think before Memory Bound.
Yeah.
So it wasn't considered ugly at first, but it was one of those beautiful with the embroidery and all the glitter and stuff. And
Mine
now
has sequins.
now I could probably go to a party with it.
Yeah.
So anyhow, they did the fun little bingo, and that's what went on with Sizzix. And then I also had a class with Sizzix, so why don't I just show those cards?
Okay.
So I took a
We're
class.
getting a lot of high numbers of trees here.
Really?
Kellie.
Is there
Yes.
any more than 8 or?
Well,
I mean, 8's a lot.
Somebody said, okay, I have to go back. My uncles have cut back in recent years, but their heyday they had 30 to 40, multiple trees in each room.
Oh my gosh.
Donna Walton said that.
Wow. It's just fun, we always just had one tree and they put up the same decorations every year. And we lived in our house, for 25 years. And then we moved a few years ago. And that's when I kind of went because then it's because you know how you always put up the same thing in the same place.
Yes.
And I did that forever. And then I'm like, no, I can do whatever. So I kind of refreshed. And
Yeah.
I have a tree that's all cameras. And it's
that's
got all the
fun.
ornaments are cameras. And then under my tree, I have old cameras, like old Polaroids and really old cameras that just sit under the tree. And my idea is, Teresa, I want to put family pictures on it, but I haven't got the pictures on yet, just the ornaments and the cameras. So maybe someday.
Apparently I missed Kay said she had 12.
Oh my
So
gosh, Kay, you
probably
might win the
winner.
prize. She might win the prize.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's some cards with trees. And these we made with Sizzix. And it's kind of interesting because you could do this with other dies. This is a die that actually cuts out just a plain triangle tree.
Mm-hmm.
But we use the negative point piece. So even if you cut out like a heart or something and then we emboss it and you just kind of tilt it a little bit on your card and put your message across. So that's
cute.
A recipe or a technique that you could use for other things. And then this was a slimline card that we made.
Ooh, pretty.
And then the third card I didn't make because guess what, you guys? I dumped my supplies all over the floor.
Oh.
It was sitting on my lap because you know you're crafting kind of like you do at home,
yeah,
with not a ton of space. And I leaned over and my box flipped and everything went on the floor. So I decided
that was a
that
sign.
was okay. That was a sign. Okay, so those were the Sizzix things.
Pretty.
And then, gosh, I don't know what order I'm going to do this in, but I wanted to show this because I took a class with Simon Hurley, and you guys, I've never had a class with Simon. We've carried a couple of his stamps, but not a lot of his product. This was sitting at our table. It was a free gift from Ranger. All the vendors were so generous. And then it has this, it's a little notebook is what it is. And it says Ranger, and it's got a little pen.
Oh my gosh.
So they had that sitting for us. And then I'll show you what we made because we used his lunar paste. And I'll show you the cards that we made with Simon. But you know what? I think he's 21. And he started. Is
that all?
He's very young. He's very young.
No wonder he looks like he's 12.
He probably was 12 when he started. But what was really neat was he was such a good teacher, and he explained things well, and he'd say, now watch me do it, and then you do it. And you know, here he is with all these. I don't want to stereotype everybody in the room, but there was a lot of middle-aged women in there.
Yes.
And you know what else, you guys? His mom was there. So she was helping with the class.
Hey, Kelly, those bags aren't for sale, right? They're not going to be for sale. It was just a gift for you.
It was a gift. I'll have to see if we can order them. I don't know if we can, but I'm going to find out. So here's a card that we made with Simon. It's got a little Christmas tree and a little stenciled background.
When you tilted it like that, do that again.
That glitter. It's got glitter.
Wowza.
So this is just a dot stencil, but we tilted it and we did the ink. That's just ink on there. And then we shifted it a little bit. So it was a manual shifter, Teresa. You know how Tim has shifters. I know the
shifters, yeah.
And then we did the paste in between.
Pretty.
So that was one of the cards. I should have had these out a little bit. I thought I did. Here's one that we did some watercoloring. And then I had a card that, you know how sometimes you make something and it just isn't quite right? But you learn, so you know the next time you do it, you're going to do it differently. It does.
Sorry, I laughed.
That's all right. That's my next card. Because if you saw other people's cards, you would have seen that their paste was their glitter was solid.
Yes.
It's supposed to be, it's fine like this.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
But now I did lay my palette right there, my dirty palette knife that had glitter on it, so that little green blob kind of stayed with it.
That's a pretty background. I like that.
It is. We'll do it. We'll talk about that, Teresa, and we can do that because we have some things coming in for that I think everybody's going to like. Okay, so Simon was just a charmer. I really enjoyed him. He spoke well, and he just did a really nice job.
Good.
Okay, well, let's see. Do I want to do anything else standing up? Are we ready? Let's have a chair. Let's sit down and relax for a little bit. So I will tell you why we get on to our next thing that Doug and I went to 2 shows. So we went and saw MJ5, which was a Michael Jackson tribute. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. There was a guy there that looked just like, sang, danced, and talked like Michael Jackson. But Teresa, he would get out of character one now and then and make funny comments. So it was fun. It was funny. It was amazing. And they had dancers that were amazing. So if you go to Vegas, I recommend MJ5. I think it was MJ5. And it's at the Sahara, and it's a very small venue. You think it's going to be huge. Okay, so then one day I had 2 classes with Pink Fresh Studio.
Oh, okay.
And the first one, we made this card. So isn't that beautiful?
Oh
So
my,
if
look
you
at
like
that.
this, give us a thumbs up or let us know. I haven't ordered the product
So is
yet.
that a die that did the background?
So there's a die.
Oh,
it's called
isn't
Festive
that
Grid,
cute?
which is pretty neat. So I thought that was pretty nice. Thought maybe we might need
Lots
to
of
have.
thumbs up.
You guys like this?
Yeah,
right.
and hearts.
Okay,
I
well.
think everyone, the 200 people watching are all doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of hearts
so
on that one.
then this is
Wow.
part of, okay, so this is how they're doing it now. This is called Deck the Halls. I'm going to set the card there.
Okay.
So this is the stamp set, and you'll notice a lot of it is you get these pieces, but they're in one stamp. So Teresa, you would probably cut your stamp, right?
Maybe, yes.
So then there's a die that goes with it. And the die is going to cut out.
So is the dice
So the
separate?
die is also hooked together.
Oh, okay.
So like you'll see all these pieces are, it's kind of hard to really catch, but all these pieces here, all these little cut apart pieces go with this bottom part of the stamp set.
And they're hooked together.
And they're all hooked together. So
you kind of keep it together.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably keep it together.
I don't think I would cut it apart. I would keep it together.
Because some of the spots are, I don't think you could cut it apart. On the die, like right here, it's so thick, you couldn't cut that apart.
No, I don't think you could. But there's kind of a visual of what you get. And it's got nice phrases, you know, that say deck the halls and 'tis the season. Maybe this would be a better one.
The wreath is pretty. I like that.
But you know those knife commercials from the 80s or 70s, and they say, but wait. Well, there's also a stencil. So it's really a 3-piece set.
Okay.
So you get the stencil, and what we did was
you can do shading.
So we stamped.
Yeah.
And then we stamped lightly. And we have done this on our video. So this is not new to all of us memory-bound people and customers. So we stamped, and then we colored it in. We did some watercoloring, and I used Distress inks on this. And then we stamped it again. So you keep your stamp in your MISTI, and then you stamp over it after you color it.
Right.
Isn't it pretty?
It is very pretty.
All right, but wait.
I think the wreath is my favorite on there.
And I want to show this, Teresa, because here it's done in modern colors. I liked the a little bit more traditional colors. And that background. We're going to have to get this.
Yeah,
we're going to
the
have to order
background
that.
is super cool.
It's too cool. But wait, they have another set too that I think you're going to like. So I'll leave that card out. And then the other class that I took, it was same type of thing. Here's the card. And I used, it's watercolored with peeled paint, and Rustic Wilderness were my greens.
Mm-hmm.
And then Candied Apple was my red. And then I just used the Jet Black Archival to stamp over the top. I love it. Now I did heat emboss the message, but you don't have to do that. So it's the same type of thing. It's 3 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the stamp set. And then you have a die set. Well, you know, dies are kind of boring. So here's a peek at. And then there's a stencil set. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about, we haven't had a lot of Pink Fresh Studio for a while.
Yeah.
And what was an aha for me on this, Teresa, was doing this inking behind
it.
Because it looked really messy, but I think it turned out pretty good in the end.
The reason you stamp the card twice is after you watercolor, sometimes you'll lose that crisp edge of the image. So you stamp it again on top of the watercolor, and then you can see the image more clearly.
And you don't have to stamp it at all. You could just do the stencils.
Yeah.
So the stencils work on their own, the stamps work on their own, but they are pretty amazing when you put them all together.
Yeah. Lots of hearts for that one too.
And then I also want to show, here's another color scheme. And then what they showed us after we put our cards together was you could take this, and I think we need to do a demo with this.
Mm-hmm.
You can take these and flip them. So you have your straight lines in the middle, and then the greenery going up and going down, and you have a whole different look. You could also do it sideways.
Oh, sure.
And you could just do one on the side and put your message. So Teresa, I think we have a demo
Oh,
coming.
you know what would be cool is you could stamp it on the edge of your card and die cut it so that the greenery was like this.
Yes, or you can just stamp
Do you
it
know
too.
what I'm
You don't
saying?
have to die cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Oh,
need
but
to.
you couldn't die cut it because it would cut it off, wouldn't it? I was thinking this would be cool along the edge of the card.
Yeah, you could do that.
But it would cut this
the
piece
top
too,
cuts.
so
Yeah,
I guess you
yes.
couldn't do that.
You could get really tricky with it, and
But
don't roll
maybe
it
you
through all
could
the
cut
way.
it, or you could cut part of your card and then glue this piece on.
Or you don't use your cutting plate all the way.
Right.
All right, everyone. We will
Okay.
figure that out. Stay tuned for more of that. We're gonna order this in, and we'll show you more about it. But and then a lot of things we were just given, like free gifts from companies. And I wonder what people think about this. It is like a bone folder, but it's kind of heavy duty. Let me get it. It's an ergo. And I don't think I can get it out, Teresa. I was going to get it out and show everybody, but I'm not sure I can. Let's just rip this open. And I had some friends there that were at the market, and they said they really like this. So maybe let's see what you guys think.
Good packaging.
It's really good. We'll never get it back in. So it is a bone folder, and it is Teflon, but it's just kind of bigger. And I think sometimes if you have problems with your hands.
Yeah.
And I also like it because you can do this. You can just take this whole big thing and go like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of handy?
Nice crisp fold.
And it feels good. Feel it, Teresa. It's really smooth.
Ooh, yeah.
It feels different. So that would be see what everybody thinks about that.
Marianne, do you like that bone folder? She has one.
Oh yeah, tell us about it. Give us a testimonial and be honest. We want you to be honest.
Catherine has one and loves it.
Okay, well, we'll have to get it ordered. All right, and then Pink and Maine, which there's a lot of pink companies. We just talked about Pink Fresh.
Yes.
We got Pink
Have to
Maine.
keep them straight.
And isn't there another pink company, Teresa? They gave us this sample, and I really like these because it's a stamp set and a die set all together, and it embosses. So, You know what, Teresa? We're not planning for this, but when we do our thing, later, let's just take this over. Hey,
Okay.
Chris, would you mind getting us some scraps of paper that we could put in here and cut some leaves out? And we'll test it. And you know what? Maybe we'll like it. Maybe we won't. Okay, I'm setting it over here, Teresa, so we don't forget. And then just lots of things, like we got this little die from Hero Arts. Isn't it cute? Little penguin.
I can't
And
see.
he's called a Peking penguin.
I'm like, I don't see the penguin. I see him now.
You see him now? Oh, and LDRS. Okay, I'm going to show you more classes, but I just had this pile here.
Yes.
Okay, LDRS, Little Darling Rubber Stamps. Oh my gosh, we have a lot coming from them. And this is one of those little, I don't know, what do they call them? Collage stamps. I think there's 6 new collage stamps coming. I thought I brought their catalog, but I didn't. And they have some dies that are ovals and arches, and they're not straight. They're like jaggedy. So they look like ripped edges, and we ordered all of those because I think they're amazing. You can set it over there. Thanks,
cool.
Chris. So aren't those neat? And we had
little
some of
train.
these similar last year, but we got...
The elves are cute.
Aren't they cute? And the little
They're
chimney
adorable.
with the Santa.
I like the little train.
I thought I brought their catalog, but I must not have. But that's okay. But lots of LDRS, and that'll be coming soon. All right. I don't know where we're going to put everything, Teresa.
I know.
Diane and I were just talking this morning that we don't know what we're going to do with everything. Okay, and then we are getting Paper Roses Christmas. It's Holiday Jolly, I think it's called. And they have these die-cut shapes, and they're actually embossed, and they've got a little bit of glossy on them, like epoxy. And this is not from the collection we're getting, but it shows you how cool these are. That you get 3 sheets, and this is from Paper Rose. So watch for their holiday collection.
All right.
You guys, Diane picked it out.
Good for card making, huh?
Very good. She saw it, and she's like, can we order this? And they were there, so luckily we do have it coming. All right, then should we talk about our friends at Simple Stories?
Sure. We love them.
So Jody was there at Simple Stories, from Simple Stories, and she's our sales rep. She's been our sales rep, I think, forever.
Yeah.
And Amber and Kevin, who are husband and wife, and they own Simple Stories, and they were there. And Jody showed us the calendar. So there's a new calendar kit, I guess I'll call it, coming out. And it's not coming out till early November, but we showed a video of it, and it's amazing. It's a 12 by 12 calendar, and it's printed with like color vibe for the backgrounds. It's spiral bound, so you know it opens up, and you hang it, and then you get stickers for all the days of the month.
Mm-hmm.
You get stickers for the top of your calendar, and then you get like page pieces to decorate with, and it's $29.99. And Janet can link it, and if it's something you're interested in, you can order it now.
Pre-order it.
You can pre-order it, and we're really excited about it.
They always do a great job on their kits.
They do. They really know what they're doing.
Then you can take the page that you make and put it in a book, right?
Right. At the end, at the end of the
At the
year,
end.
you can cut at the end
After
of
the month is
maybe
over.
when the month is over, at the end of the year, you've got an album
Yes.
from your year.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
it's really cool. You could also scrapbook as you go too, I suppose, if you
Mhm.
wanted to. But they make a nice gift, and I always say that calendars are the gifts that keep on giving all year.
Yeah, they are.
Our daughter and daughter-in-law give us calendars every year. They're not really scrapbookers, so they're done at, I don't know, Shutterfly or something,
Mhm.
but it's always fun. Even though we've looked at all the months when we get them, it's always fun when you
To
turn
flip
over
the
a new
page,
one.
yeah.
So the other thing is that Jody had lots of their new product, and they gifted us a 6x8 tablet from Scary Stories. Oh, Teresa, we need to order more of this. So we can show you a peek at what's coming from Halloween.
Look at that.
Oops, this page fell out.
Look at that.
Oh,
I love it.
My book here is kind of falling apart.
Ghost.
Look at that. The cat.
Oh,
This whole collection. Look at the
gosh.
plaid, everybody.
I
So
love
this
it.
collection is coming from our friends at Simple Stories. And there's some little tags. That I love the cat and the owl. It's kind of retro-y, wouldn't you say,
Yeah.
Teresa?
Yeah.
They did a wonderful job.
Lots of hearts for the Halloween. Ooh, fun.
Did I miss something good?
No, just the...
So when you see this, you're getting the feel of the whole collection.
Yeah.
And you know, we usually always order everything from Simple Stories. And there's the first page.
Kelly, about the calendar, are you thinking the beginning of November, the
Yes.
end of November?
No, we will have it early November.
Early November.
Our orders get shipped first, so we'll have it right away in November. And maybe they'll get it early, who knows? But I just want you to know that the best thing I like about going to these shows is talking to the people and meeting up with store people that I know, other store owners that I know and I've known for years, and people like Jody from Simple Stories and other vendors, and Amber from Simple Stories. When I got to their booth or table, it made me feel so good because she jumped up and told me how she follows Memory Bound. And you guys, that's like the owner of Simple Stories.
Yeah, that's cool.
So anyway, it just, stuff like that just makes me feel so good, and it just makes everything special. Makes me feel good. And I got a little pin to remind me about the calendar.
Cute.
So
I'm jealous of that.
But we remembered without it.
Katie and I got to meet Kevin when we were there a couple years ago. What was the name of the Halloween paper pad that you had?
It is called Scary Stories.
Scary Stories.
And it's all coming to Memory Bound.
And do you have an idea of?
I think it's shipping August. And we usually get it right at the beginning of the month.
Okay. They wanted to know if it would be here for the August crop. So.
Oh, gosh. It's that probably not. But you will not believe the freight that's coming in. Teresa, I don't even think you know about all the freight.
Probably not.
And this has nothing to do with this, although it kind of does, because I did talk to Janine from 49 and Market. But the Christmas from 49 and Market arrives. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow.
Oh, I'll be here.
I know. Now, it doesn't mean it'll be available for sale tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it takes us a while to get it all out. But anyway, it's going to be crazy. Teresa, we got to do a lot of planning today to make room. All right. So this is a new company. It's called Uniquely Creative. It's from Australia. I just brought this in to remind me. And it is going to arrive on Monday. And they had the coolest mini albums.
Uniquely what? Creative?
Uniquely Creative.
I like that name.
Yeah, and they, so I saved this to remind me to tell you, but really cool albums, like accordion albums where they're all made and you just decorate them. So I can't wait for those to come in, and they'll be arriving next week. Yep, new company, new product. And then I did find the LDRS catalog, blah, 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 blah. And I just wanted to show a couple things out of here. It's not maybe as exciting to look in a catalog, but here's all of those collage stamps, and these are all coming to Memory Bound because they're one of our favorite things.
They are so much fun to stamp cards.
They are. Teresa, it's your grouping stamps.
I know, it is. I love the little groupers.
And the thing is, they have some samples in
there's
here.
A Halloween one.
Yeah, and look at the samples, too.
Oh, okay.
Because they aren't just, like, grouping the whole thing. They made little, like...
Scenes, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
You guys, Teresa's doing her shopping thing.
Oh, the Halloween one. I love it.
I think you guys are going to love these. And then also on these samples, you can see like the square there and the arch that they're kind of jaggedy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, they're not straight.
Okay, now I get it. I didn't
understand
I have not seen
the
that
arch
before. I got it.
There might be a company out there that has it, but I had not seen it, and I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait for it to get here. And then the other thing in here, so here's the dies that we're getting.
Oh, okay. All right, now
Does it make more sense?
Yes.
I probably didn't describe them.
Understand the arch thing. I got it now.
They look like torn edges.
Yes. Ooh, this one would be good for Halloween, I think. This one.
What a good idea, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll look at the samples.
Maybe someone has come out with this, but I haven't seen it.
Now, scallops, yes. We've seen scallops before, but the torn part and that
yeah, the
shape.
fact that they're torn is pretty cool.
The shape
and then there's one
too.
more thing to show everybody in here. Let's see if I can find it. This is a different concept also. I think LDRS is very kind of creative, and they do different things that you don't really think of. But this is a stamp and a stencil, and basically, like, you can stamp this, like sections things, kind of like the postal collage.
Yeah.
And then you can build your own because it's got little pieces of ovals, and then you can make these samples over here. And
it
so
kind of looks like a stained glass window.
It does.
The way they did theirs, yeah.
And it's something you could be creative with.
Yeah.
And I really think kids might enjoy doing this, where you choose your colors and that. So that is coming also from LDRS. So they did it. They did a great job. Okay, we got them.
Create has a little bit of sketchy edges.
They do.
Theirs
that's
are
right.
loopy sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I mentioned Paper Rose, and I didn't realize I had the catalog sitting here. So I'll just show you. We're going to just call it Diane's collection because. And I'm really glad she found it because it is amazing. I should have marked it. Okay. It's Jolly Holidays. So you can kind of see it's got kind of that darker red. And it's just very vintagey. Some of the B-sides are super amazing.
Cool.
And this is coming also.
Ooh, look at that. I know she likes that. The little
the little
drawers.
Aren't
yes,
they cute?
that's amazing.
And
paper.
there's more stuff there's more that goes with it, but this is all going to be shipping probably in the next couple weeks. Our store, we're trying to do travel, Disney, Christmas in July, and it's going to be Christmas.
Yeah.
So you got to basically do Christmas in March, otherwise you're
behind.
You're behind. Okay. Well, I want to show you what I made with Graphic 45 because they are amazing. They always have the neatest projects at things like this. And it'll also give you a sneak peek of their product that's coming.
Michelle wants to know how you decide what to buy, Kelly. That's a good question.
That is a good question. Some of it is experience.
A lot of years of experience. It's
experience, and you have to not think about I do think about what I like. You're not supposed to when you're buying. You're supposed to think about what will sell.
Yes. And
I think a lot of it is experience. And we're also a store that we can take chances on things that might not sell. And so we have a little bit more, because we're bigger, we can take chances on things too. And there's some things like Graphic 45, you're always going to order this.
Yeah.
You're always going to want Graphic 45. So that makes it pretty easy. So we had one evening was called the Sample Making Frenzy. And they had a big ballroom, and they had round tables set up, and you went from table to table, and you made projects. This is very hard for me, you guys, because I'm distracted, because I'm like, oh, who's over there? Who's over there? Oh, I got to go talk to so-and-so. So I managed to make a couple. And actually, I finished them last night, and I'm not sure if I made this one correctly or not. But this is with the new Graphic 45 Christmas collection, and it is called Merry and Bright. And
Okay.
it is, isn't it pretty?
Oh yeah.
And it just opens like this.
That is just a fun
And we have
card.
directions, so we can make this again. And then I just put a little star on the envelope.
Oh.
And
I
then
didn't realize that was the envelope.
yeah, I know they even gave us an envelope.
That's nice.
All the vendors were very generous. And then they have a fall collection coming out, and we made this card, and that's called Autumn Greetings, and it just kind of does this. So that's going to be a 5x7
Cute.
card, and I put some rub-ons on my envelope for this card.
Now,
so aren't those fun?
Was Tim Holtz at the show?
No, he was not there. And Teresa, here's a peek at those collections. We ordered them maybe 2 weeks ago. So we should be pretty high up in the queue for getting those.
Autumn.
It's very similar to last year's.
We have the watermelon
which was really, really beautiful. And I brought in, here's the rub-ons. They're doing rub-ons now, and that's, believe it or not, that's what's on the front of this card. Let me flip it over because I cut it out, but there you can see on the package that the little front piece is all rub-ons, which kind of surprised me. So I'm going to set those aside because I want to show you this. And this is the Merry and Bright ephemera from the new collection, and it is Wednesday, so it is a dump day. And I just thought the pieces, they used to do a lot of the same shapes, like they always had the wheel, and now they're doing kind of a variety, and they match the collection more.
How many pieces are there?
Let's see if it says. 73. So you get 73 pieces, and I put 4 of them on the front of my card. So, but look at, you get like little stamp things, you get several greetings, and they're heavier than they used to be. They used to be a little bit more papery, and these are a little bit more cardstocky-y. How do you like that, everybody, for that word?
The dump is from Graphic 45.
Yep, it's the new Christmas line from Graphic 45 that's already shipping, actually. Our order got delayed a little bit because guess who's doing a card kit with this?
Janet already said that, Kelly.
Did she? All right. Well,
she said she can't wait to get her hands on it.
They held and she's using these. They held our order because I'm like, don't ship it yet. We're adding to it because we're doing a kit.
Someone wanted to know, I can't find it now, how the Graphic 45 rub-ons compare to 49 at Market.
I thought they worked great because I did put them on the front here, and I didn't have any trouble at all. So I would say.
Where are they on the front?
This whole piece.
Oh, the deer is a rub-on?
Deer,
oh,
yes,
wow.
all of that.
I thought that was paper.
No, this is just a plain cream sheet of paper, and that's all rub-ons.
That's pretty cool.
So they worked very nice.
Okay. Good question.
I know. And isn't it amazing that those are rub-ons? That's my card greeting is rub-ons. Okay. All right, we got to move along here.
That Tim gave a shout out to us in his video.
Yeah,
I missed that because I didn't watch it live. I missed all the shout outs.
Oh yeah, Tim, he did. We've known Tim a long time. We were on his list to come to our store, and then he quit going to stores, so that kind of blew that for us. But that's okay. How can he even have time to do that?
I don't know. He's so busy.
All right, now I know a lot of you are excited about Winnie the Pooh. And our Winnie the Pooh Christmas is shipping. It actually has shipped. Teresa, I'm afraid it might arrive when we're gone on Friday. But we're open on Friday, but Diane and I are gone. But I did get a sample of some of the papers from their new release from Echo Park. So that's Winnie the Pooh. I'll flip it back over.
Cute.
Aren't they just cute? Okay, and then I promised Madison, and we mentioned him earlier, he's our sales rep from Echo Park in Cartabella. He's wondering if they should do a Winnie the Pooh album. And they do 6x8 albums, kind of like the snap binders. So the question is, And it wouldn't necessarily be Christmas. It would just be a general Winnie the Pooh 6x8 binder. So tell us what you think and if that's something you would like to purchase. So that's a taste of Winnie the Pooh. And then I'm going to show this one last because I got a project for that one. And then, you guys, I'm really excited about that. Steve Duncan is at it again for Halloween. And he's got Halloween collection coming out.
Fun.
And this is called Halloween Fun. And you just said the word fun, Teresa. So it's perfect. And we will have a card kit using this. So you will see a card kit from Memory Bound with this collection. We've already ordered what we need for it. So it's in the past, he's had kind of different colors, and it's more traditional this year. So Steve Duncan, thank you. Here's another, yay. Here's another collection called Harvest. And this is Craft-Utopia. So it's that paper that's got the texture to it. And isn't that floral just beautiful?
It is.
And then you got a dark, dark green wood grain on the back. So that's coming to Memory Bound. Can you see what I mean, Teresa, about how we're going to be out of room?
Yes.
And then this is another Halloween. This is the Echo Park Spooktacular.
That's funny.
Isn't it cute?
I like it.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Those images are really fun. And then they always have a fall line. This one's called Sweater Weather.
Ooh.
And it's got that really pretty teal in it.
Yeah.
So this
Nice.
is also, all of this is coming to Memory Bound.
Little mushrooms, cute. Or toadstools.
You know, we order everything. Okay, now here I missed this one, but here's another Halloween sheet. I thought these were in order, and I never put them in order.
That's the Echo Park one?
Yeah, this is the Echo Park Spooktacular Halloween.
I like the font on that. That's fun.
It's like I have to look at it. And these, like I said, we've already ordered those. They're on the way. And then we have another sheet of Winnie the Pooh. And this is called Christmas Tree Hunt.
Oh.
Really, I think, and we are going to have a bundle of projects with the Winnie the Pooh. It might be a, what did Janet call it? A mini Winnie or something, like a mini Maker's Winnie or something. Winnie Mini Makers. So Janet's going to be making cards, and I think Maggie's committed to a project. I don't know if Maggie's watching, and you might not remember Maggie, but we talked about this. So we'll have that. And then this is another Craft-Utopia, and this is Vintage Christmas, which is a really beautiful. It's got that gold thrown in with the other colors. And I have a project I made with this. So I'm going to show you that next.
That's pretty.
So I had a class, Teresa, with Echo Park. It was the first class they've ever sponsored at one of these shows. They never do classes, but they did on this one. And we made this mini album with a Vintage Christmas. And it was in collaboration with Caterpillar. So we got to use the crease scoring tool. And then we put this all together. So isn't that just cute? It's a 4x6. You might recognize some of like this page is just a cut apart.
Oh, yeah.
One whole cut apart. We added stickers. And that was with this Vintage Christmas line. So here's the package. So you can see a little bit more of that. And here's some leftovers. This will come as a full sheet if you order it yourself. But what I love is it has a music background because it's hard to find good music paper.
Wow, and that doesn't even have Christmas words on it.
It
so
doesn't.
You can use it for anything.
Absolutely.
Great B-side. We got to order extra of those, Kelly.
Yeah, we will.
We always need more music paper.
We do. And you know what? Memory Bound wants to do a music paper this year. So you might just see that coming out. And then here's some more from that Vintage Christmas that I should just show you because we have it.
Oh, love the Santa.
And this, look at this one, Teresa. Isn't that pretty? And then you got postal stamps that you could cut out and use for embellishments. And then they always have the 6x4, and then they've been also adding the 4x6. And I'm calling this a 4x6 because typically in printing and things, you say the width first. So we always call the 4x6s 4x6s, but they're really 6x4s, and this is a 4x6, but you get the drift. All right, so that's peeks from Craft-Utopia and Echo Park. And let's talk about Photoplay. Okay. Because it's all of our favorite companies were there, which is really nice. Photoplay has a brand new folio coming out, Folio 9. Welcome Folio 9 to the family, and we got to make it. And so here, I'll flip it over, because this is actually what we were making, kind of on the back there. oh my gosh, mine looks exactly like the front. So I've got one I made, but before I show you that, I just want to show you that they also have a new card pack coming out, the Double Z.
Double Z.
And we love their card bases because they're pre-cut, they're scored.
It's great.
Yes, you could do this yourself and measure and score and figure it out, or you can get a pack. And they're usually, I don't know how much these are.
Is usually what they give you.
Yeah, you get 3 with this one. And what are they usually like $4.99? And they have the envelopes, I think. Maybe not. Doesn't really say. But anyway, so that's coming out. We ordered that and it'll be coming.
Double Z.
Double Z. And then I was just going to show you this because this gives you a little peek. Now, I got to tell you, I wasn't excited about the pink Halloween, but I saw it in person and oh my gosh, it is so cute. It is so cute.
Cut aparts that you can color.
I'm kind of skipping around, but I think you guys are okay with
There's
that.
There's a regular Halloween.
Yeah.
Regular colors, I mean.
And then they have their Christmas, which is designed by Michelle Coleman.
Nice.
And I'll flip it. We have this. You've seen it, but Michelle Coleman also designed the Everyday Junk.
Oh, yeah.
And we have that collection
already.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's talk about the folio because I'm going to tell you the instructor, who is Joey, who we absolutely love. There's Joey, Jody, I think there's Jolene, and there's one more J person at Photo Play. So it gets very confusing. But Joey wasn't able to be there because, unfortunately, her mother was very ill. So Joe D., and he's the owner of the company, he brought everything in and gave us the news that the instructor wasn't there. And it was really funny, you guys, because he said he went to make the folio because he thought he could maybe teach the class.
Yeah.
And he made a mistake on the first step. So there wasn't anybody there to teach the class, but we all stayed. And a gal named Amanda from Lawrence Crafts, I think it's called Lawrence Crafts in Lawrence. I don't know if it's Kansas or Missouri, but down in the Kansas City area. She kind of figured it out, and she taught all of us. So if you're in the area, go to Lawrence and visit their store. Okay, but I'll show you what I got done because it's not. You can see the main folio because I tried to work on it last night, and honestly, I just ran out of time. But it opens up, and then you have all these pages. And I will finish it so you can see it. And the thing about the pages is each one of them has a pocket in the top.
Oh,
so
you can put tags?
So you can put tags in the top.
I like it.
So isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then you have pages like this. And these are all blank. But if you have made a folio, let us know if you've made any of the folios from Photo Play. And let us know, Folio 9 really was pretty simple to get together. And here's what my project, pretend that this is this. And it's got all kinds of like things that you tuck in. And the cool thing about Folio 9 is you do get all these extra pieces of the cardstock that you can make tags with or pockets. So that was pretty exciting for Folio 9. Okay, let's talk Elizabeth Crafts. Because Els was there, and I did a make and take with Els, and we made this card at her table. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what do you do with these? We'll see how this is. This is actually one of the, I don't know what die this is, Teresa. This is one of the dies from the art journal for the base. But I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is. But that's okay. And the snowman and the tree, which is from this, which is December White. And it was really fun to put together. And you'll notice, the snowman. Isn't it cute? Mm-hmm. And you notice the tree has 2 layers. So there's, if you look at the die set here, you get the white. She cut it out of snow, like white for snow. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to put that on. You can just do the tree if you want. And then the snowman, I will tell you, the mouth was a challenge because those are little teeny tiny dots on this die. So we used the black glaze pen. You could use black Nouveau drops if you wanted to. And then the other thing I didn't realize about it, Teresa, the snowman has 2 sets of arms. So he could have straight arms or curved arms. And ours have curved arms. We were given what we were given. But it's just a really super cute thing. And that was called December White from the new December Romance, and it's $25.99. Also with Els, this is shocking for many of my teammates here at Memory Bound, because this isn't really something that I have made a lot of, but this we made with the new star dies, and we are out of those, but Diane says we have them on order.
Okay.
So this was the die, and we showed you this, that Chris made it dimensional, but you can make it flat also.
It's so pretty with the shiny paper.
I just want to look at it, but I'll let you guys look at it. I'll look at it later. The other very shocking thing for me, and I was showing Diana today, is that we made this snowflake. And is this one sold out too? I think it is. Yeah, I think this one's gone too.
But we need something in front of your shirt, Kelly.
It's too much white?
Too much white. Yes, that would work. That's much better.
Isn't that pretty,
because I want them to see the details in this die. It's just amazing.
And you make 2 sizes of these snowflakes. So anyway, I thought that was... So I learned how to do that. And thank you, Chris, from Scraps of Love in Peoria, Arizona, for helping me learn how to do this.
I love Scraps of Love.
Yeah, so if you're a snowbird or you're going to Arizona, if you're in the Phoenix area, it's not in Phoenix, but it's worth the drive.
Yeah,
so check it out, everybody. All right. And here's the sample of what I made, so you can see. I did okay. Thanks to Chris. She was a big help. Now, Diana brought in, this is not related to last week, but Diana, she's kind of a big flower maker, dimensional maker, and she made a set of poinsettias for us. And this die is Florals 29 that she made. Isn't it beautiful? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to flip the die set over because I think it helps to see the actual die.
To see all the layers that you put
together. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better than looking at the front picture. But, oh my gosh, she did amazing.
Yeah.
She did amazing. So thank you, Diana, for making that and bringing that in to show us. And what Diana told me, and I maybe knew this, but I don't know if I did, was that... okay, where did it go, Teresa? Where did that? This. Oh, so this floral set is a new one. This poinsettia, and it does match up to these. So you could use both die sets and layer them.
Okay.
So it's you can use them together because this one's got kind of the opening, and maybe they did. These were all pre-die cut. Now, can you imagine die cutting all of
100 of those?
There was over 100 people doing the samples. It's like, yikes, that's a lot. We all know that if we've done any die cutting. Okay, and then we talked about paper rose, and this was just a little paper rose card that I made with some product from that company, which is a new, well, we've had paper rose.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you because the idea is, you got a pattern paper, you run a stripe across it and put a little message and boom, you're done. Thought that was fun to show. Okay. Have I missed anything? Oh, I'm going to show you my favorite. I saved it for last.
Okay.
And then we have a couple demos to show you guys. So don't go away. Teresa, we got a mess to clean up.
I know.
Okay. For a long time, I have been wanting to do something with Rolodex, and so has Katie. And I was able to sign up for a class with clear scraps, and we made, this is a little sleigh, but it does hold Rolodex pieces, just like in your office supply. We've got one of these in our office. See if I can get it out. I don't think I can get it out backwards. Let me take it out frontwards. So anyhow, we made this sleigh, and I'm wondering, I want to know what you think, because I guess it doesn't matter because I ordered a bunch of them because I love them. I love them. Now, so we made this sleigh in class. It comes flat, and you assemble it with some glue, and it's not hard at all. And then we have all these pieces, and we'll have a die also that you can die cut your little Rolodex cards. These are all like chipboard, and they come all made like this. Well, not decorated, and then you decorate them, and there's acrylic ones. Like here's one. I don't know. Can you see that that's acrylic, Teresa?
Yeah.
And then you can you snap them in here. You can add your photos. Maybe you do one for recipes, countdown. There's so many options. My little sleigh is a little low right now because I need to add some more things to it. And then it sits out and you can enjoy it. And it comes, it is made out of real wood. It's not that MDF board. It's real wood. And we painted it in class. And I realized I had some black ribbon, Teresa, and I didn't know what it was for, so I kind of threw it aside. But then I looked at some pictures, and they have black ribbon going between the music paper and the sleigh. So I'll add my black ribbon here.
People are liking the Rolodex, and
I love it.
Saying that All Create has one too. They do.
They have dies. We just need to figure out if they fit in here.
Yeah.
So we'll figure that out.
I don't have them yet. Are they out yet?
I think they just came out.
So
they're probably on their way. Everything's on its way.
Yeah.
So look out. All right. Let's see. I'm just looking around to see if I missed anything. You guys, the other show we went to was the Sphere. I want to call it Spear. It's hard to say, but the Sphere.
Yes.
And that was really amazing. And maybe you've seen that in Vegas, that they have that. It's huge. And wherever you're at around the Strip, you just look over and you see it. And it might be an eyeball, or it might be a Pepsi ad or something. It's pretty cool. All right. We're going to start. Oops, I accidentally rang the bell, Teresa, but I didn't mean to.
Oh, Kimberly swaps memory dex cards monthly. That's a fun idea.
Oh, that would be so fun. So, you can buy a Rolodex thing at your office supply stores, or maybe at, Walmart or something. I don't know. We weren't able to find any to wholesale.
Yeah.
And so I'm super excited about that.
Do you think that it'll be a kit, Kelly, with the sleigh, or just the sleigh?
I think we could do a kit. So we'll check it out when it comes in. We'll figure out what we could do. But we have a lot. So there's a sleigh, there's a pickup truck, and the back of the pickup truck is the Rolodex. And then there's a house, and it has a picket fence that goes around the house. I don't think I have. So there's a house, like a flat house, and then a picket fence that goes around it, and that's your Rolodex. And then there's a plain one, and we're getting them all. Okay, we're getting them all, guys. Okay, so the other thing we're getting that's going to be new to us, we are getting stencil butter from the Crafters Workshop. And we have never carried this before. We've had other products similar to it, but it's shimmery, it's creamy. I don't know if you can see in that jar, but it's pretty creamy. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do white for a sample. I want to show you a sample. So let me open up this. And I went to the Crafters Workshop booth, and I said, we want to get 12 to 15 colors and 12 of each color, and pick out your best ones. So I can't even tell you what's coming, but I do know olive is coming because it's a brand new color. So let's open up some olive here. Ooh, and I just thought maybe we could just show everybody how it looks. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Pretty green. Now, if I was doing this for real, I would have a little bit of tape here to hold my stencil down, or some pixie spray. But you know what? We're going on the fly, so we're not going to be able to do that. Let me get another glob, Teresa. Now, I learned from Maggie, and I think from Teresa, that when you put on any type of paste, you want your stencil to show. And I'm going to do it kind of rough-like, so I think this would be kind of a fun Christmas background. So you don't want, and I mean, you could make it so it's very thick if you want to, and then it would just have a little more texture.
And you were using the back of your stencil, or your palette knife too, Kelly, I think. You want to put your paste on the back of your palette knife.
And then put it on. All right, and I brought baby wipes. Now, this is new for us, so I'm kind of excited. I'm very excited about it, because I think especially going into the holidays. So I don't know if you need to clean things off right away like you do with texture paste, but I'm going to anyway.
I would think so. Ooh.
So we're going to let that dry.
I like that stencil.
Ooh, it's shimmery. That's the brick from Tim Holtz. Now, you can also water this down and paint with it, and we'll be doing more demos. Ooh, we might have to save that one too, Teresa.
Oh, your second.
Yeah, where I just wiped off my stencil.
That's what you did, and it came out that way. That's cool.
Yeah, this is. Oh my gosh, we might have to save that one. Ooh. This is third generation. Accidental.
This is the first one. And you can see the shimmer. It probably shimmers more once it's dry.
Yeah,
I would assume.
We'll let it dry.
Like any paste, you got to give it time to dry. And
this was a brand new stencil. It's from my stencil drawer. Okay, so we'll let it dry and then we'll come back to it. But in the meantime, but look at this. This was accidental. Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
I was just cleaning my stencil and accidentally did that.
Yeah, the
All
shimmer's
right.
going to be fun for Christmas, definitely.
So in general, it was a fabulous week. I met some new store owners, talked to some new vendors, had a wonderful time. We did get trapped in Vegas. Should I say trapped? We were stuck in Vegas. We got to the airport. I'll just tell you this story. We got to the airport at 4 a.m. on Friday, and my plan was to fly out early Friday morning. We'd arrive home, lunchtime, a little after that, and then we'd have time to, if I needed to do something for Memory Bound, or if we could unpack and get ready, and we had the weekend, and I was supposed to work Saturday. And then we got there, and boy, there was a lot of people waiting and long lines, and people, laying on the floor in the airport.
And you were there at 5 a.m.,
4 a.m. We had a 7 a.m. flight. And we're like, wow, this is weird. So we waited in line for about an hour, and then they started canceling flights. And then after 2 hours, our flight was finally canceled. So Doug and I had an extra day in Vegas. So we went and we checked in at the New York, and just walked around, went to some other hotels, checked them out, had a really good Italian dinner at the New York, and I will tell you, it was a very expensive extra day, but it was fun. So,
Kelly, what paper would you recommend for the butter?
Not this paper. I would recommend a cardstock. This is not cardstock. I got this scraps out of the back, and I can see that it's a little
buckling
wet.
a little
buckling.
bit.
So
yeah,
I think if you use regular cardstock
but I'm sure watercolor paper.
Oh yeah, watercolor, the heavy stock,
yeah,
or any of that will be good. We'll let that dry, Teresa.
Okay.
And let's go over to our little workstation. And Teresa, why don't I take the camera?
Okay.
So people are probably tired of me.
Never.
And we'll have you show us we're going to do this on the fly.
Okay.
We're going to do this on the fly.
I might need another piece
And
of paper.
We'll show this tomorrow. We can get more paper if we need it. Chris brought us some paper here.
Oh, that paper. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got some new stencils that came in yesterday, I think.
Embossing folders. Yes, they came in yesterday.
I said stencils. I'm thinking about the stencils.
We're still thinking our stencils.
Embossing folders. And this one's called Candy Cane Christmas.
It's so cute.
And it is adorable.
It's a 3D embossing folder.
That's the sweet. Okay, it's called Sweet Festivities.
Okay.
Yeah, Candy Cane Christmas is the line of the name. Sorry. Because I'm like, this one's named Candy Cane Christmas too.
So what's it called? Sweet Festivities?
Yes, Sweet Festivities. It's hard to say for me.
Or Candy Cane. Candy.
Yes. It's $10.99. And these are 3D. And then this one's Bountiful Baubles. And that's fun too.
I really like
think that's going to be pretty.
Overall. Okay, Teresa, we got to stop for a second.
Yeah?
Everybody loves your top. And I told Teresa when she came in today, I thought it was so darn cute.
I do the Stitch Fix, and this came, and I was
really?
I don't know if this is really me or not, but I'll wear it.
Well, it looks really
Thank you.
cute. I love the neckline and the pattern. All right, and
You
people
got to go outside your box sometimes.
People also love the embossing folders,
Yeah,
too.
well, good.
So we're going to actually do it. We're going to show you what it looks like.
Because it's 3D, I'm just going to give it a couple of spritz with the mister, just to so that the fibers in the paper are looser, so that they don't tear when you put it through. And then,
so if you're having trouble with the 3D embossing folders, like your paper, kind of tears, like she said, mist it with a little bit of water, and Teresa used the distress sprayer.
Yep. And you want to just give it a mist. 1 or 2. You don't want to make your paper sopping wet. But
and we're using the Big Shot.
And what are you
going through twice?
Yeah.
So
sometimes they say 3 with 3D, but these folders work pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think you need 3. But let's see your sandwich, because this is something.
Yeah.
So
with this one, I used just the cutting mat.
The whole mat.
And then I put one cutting mat on top.
Okay.
The one platform. I didn't flip any of the.
Right, so the whole thing, and then one cutting pad. So you get rid of a cutting pad.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Can they see it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's pretty deep.
Oh my word. And then you can trim it down. We're using
Yeah.
a bigger, and we are using cardstock. We're not using the thin paper that we used on the paste.
You want to use a heavier cardstock.
But then Teresa's going to show us a little trick with it.
And then if you just rub your ink over the top.
Or you can leave it white. Or we thought this would be fun to show you how to do
Blue is
this.
pretty.
They
Except
want you to make a card based on your shirt, Teresa. I can't remember who said that, but somebody said that.
Yeah, there's some bright
gosh,
colors.
It's pretty. We might have to re-ink our ink
I know.
pad. What do you think?
This one's a little dry. There, I'm getting
So
it.
what was the name of that one, Teresa? That embossing folder?
Bountiful Baubles.
Bountiful Baubles.
And here, this one's better. You can see that. Look at that.
Let me get up close to show this. So she took her applicator, her sponge mini blending tool, and keep it very flat, and then just run it across the top. And you could even do different colors on these.
The festive berries that I'm using on this one is much darker.
It's a little juicier.
It's a little juicier because look at that. Oh, that is fun. What a fun background.
So we showed you the stencil butter, and we'll go back and we're showing you these embossing folders and how amazing they are. And here's the debossed side. They're really nice. We're going to order more of those. And then here it is where Teresa went over it with a little bit of color. And you could even spot color certain candies or the stars if you have a small amount. And now we weren't planning this, but we're going to show you the Pink and Main
Emboss, cut folder. Emboss,
so kind of like
what
Sizzix
folder.
had. Tim Holtz had it. So it's we've got the leaves. What?
Fall leaves.
Fall leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we haven't done this. Do not try this at home.
Let's see what we need to use.
So it's going to, we've got to figure out our cutting thing. Probably both mats, maybe. I don't know. Sorry, everyone.
I don't think
probably
one
should
is
have.
going to do it.
All right. So this is going to cut and emboss and cut out our leaves. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited.
I don't know. We'll just have to try it.
With the Sizzix ones, you use one pad, but maybe with this you have to use two. And if it doesn't go through, we will try it later. Yeah, it looks like.
Let's see.
So did one not do it?
No, because one was
too loose,
I think.
Oh, that sounded like it was doing it.
Was it?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, Teresa, maybe open it up. We'll try one more sandwich. We never tried this ahead of time. We'll try one more sandwich, and if it doesn't work, we'll come back to it.
Well, it's cracking.
We hear a crack.
I'll just go back.
So this, you opened up the both tabs,
Yeah.
and you used both plates.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
We didn't order these, but we're going to order these today. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. Whoops, let me get in. Sorry, I'm looking at them myself, and I should be letting everybody else see them.
I can see them better on the white.
Oh, and they're big. They're nice for
are.
layouts or fill up your cards.
And they've got the veins in them too. That's fun.
Yeah, I like that. So how do you guys like that? We don't know how much they are or anything. It was a sample that I was given last week.
Oh, nice.
So they're
That's
pretty
a good
cool.
sample.
Yeah.
Fun for fall.
Teresa, thanks for doing that.
It's going to be here
so
before
we
we know
open the
it.
tabs and we use both plates. And I love it because it does it all in one swipe.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually had 4 little mini demos because we showed the embossing folders and the leaves. And let's see if our butter dried. Do you want to grab it, Teresa? We'll see if our stencil butter dried. And I should have done that on a, probably hasn't dried yet. So we might have to show it tomorrow.
Nope.
It's still wet. So we'll show this tomorrow and you'll be able to see all the shimmer.
But you can start to see it.
Yeah.
I'm sure once it dries, it'll be shinier.
Yeah. So we'll show you that tomorrow. Stencil butter's coming to Memory Bound finally. And we've already have the embossing folders. And we're going to order this because we think that's pretty special. So if you love it and you want to get on the list for it, you can give us a call and we'll put your name down. Otherwise, we'll let you know when it comes. Teresa, I'm kind of wore out. This was a big morning. I know. I hope you guys Nobody fell asleep, hopefully. And thanks
There were
everyone
lots
for
of
joining
questions,
us.
so I think they were listening.
Oh, good. Well, it was a very fun week last week, and I just wanted to gather up as much as I could to show everybody. And just look out, because there's so much coming to Memory Bound.
You're going to like something.
Yeah,
probably a lot.
You're going to like a lot. So have a really wonderful day. And tomorrow Penny's going to be here, and she's going to be doing Disney layouts.
Yeah.
And
More in 24.
She's going to be doing that, and then we also we're doing it all, because tomorrow we also have our shop box from Hero Arts, which is something they do for independent retailers, and we're going to be opening that up. And then we're going to be showing you this tomorrow. These are some die cuts that came in,
super cute,
that are Christmassy, so we'll show you those. So we got a lot going on tomorrow too. So have a great day. Thanks, Teresa, and thanks everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm like,